Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Welcome in recitation correction for Surah Al-Baqarah. We will continue the third verse today, inshallah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون. So we have here at the beginning of this verse, this connected Hamza. Once you have it in the beginning of the verse, you will give it fatha and you will pronounce it, okay? الذين. So we have here this the. This ذال, it's an introdental letter. So make sure when you pronounce it that the tip of your tongue touch the two upper incisors. And this ذال followed by this yeah. This yeah, it's an extension letter. Take care, this yeah, it's empty, doesn't carry anything above it, and the vowel before it, it's kasra. So that's why you will stretch here this the for two counts. الذين يؤمنون at first round your lips here with this yeah. Why? To get this dhamma. Okay? You once you reach to this hamza with sukun, so you will make a nabr here. Nabr. This is nabr. What is the meaning of nabr? Once you reach to this hamza, you will raise your voice here and stress this hamza like this. الذين يؤمنون. Why you will do this nabr? To make this hamza safe from dropping, okay? If you didn't make this nabr, so you will lose here this hamza. الذين يؤمنون. So what about this waw? Take care, this waw, you will not read it. It's like a chair carrying this hamza only, okay? So you will move here from this ya with dhamma you to this hamza with sukun. You يؤمنون. So you have again here this waw, it's an extension letter. This waw, it's unvoweled waw. It's empty. And the vowel before it, it's dhamma. So what does it mean? This waw, it's an extension letter. So you have here natural extension or مد طبيعي. So the previous letter, which is noon, it will be stretched for two counts. No, like this. يؤمنون يؤمنون بالغيب. So move now from this ba to this lam qamariya or to this lunar lam. What about this connected hamza in the middle of the word? You will skip it. You will drop it. Okay? Move from ba to lam. بالغيب. غا. Take care. It's not غا. It's غا. Why it's غا? This one, it's one from the 7 heavy letters. They are خص ضغط قذ. Okay, and this line here has fatha above it. So what does it mean? We have here the second level of heaviness, so it's gonna be gha. And this line followed by this ya. Take care. Do you remember this ya? It has sukun above it and the vowel before it, it's fatha. So what does it mean? This fatha, it's not relatable for this ya. So it's lean letter or ya lean. So it has this sound, oi. It's not e, right? Do you remember? So if you want to stop reading here, take care. This is not a position for stopping. We are just discussing the rules of tajweed. This year, I can stretch it as lean letter in case of stopping reading. And take care, this year must come before the last letter directly. In this case, I can now stretch this year for 2 or 4 or 6 counts as temporary lean extension or مد لين عارض للسكون. And this ba, take care. If you want to stop on this word, so this ba, you will give it a temporary sukun instead of this kasra. So you will perform here the medium qalqala, or you can say it's qalqala wusta. Why? This ba, it's one from qutubu jad, right? So it's gonna be bil ghaib. I stretched here this ya for 4 counts, and this ba, I bounce it as medium qalqala. Okay? What about continuing reading? Take care. If you will continue reading, so there is no any extension for this ya. Why? Because it's ya lean, right? So the lean letter, you can stretch it only in case of stopping reading. But in case of continuing reading, there is no any extension for the lean letter. Take care of this, okay? بالغيب ويقيمون you. So you will round your lips again to get this dhamma with this ya. قي. So this قاف, it's one from the 7 heavy letters, which are خص ضغط قذ. And this قاف here coming with kasra. What does it mean? We have here the lowest level of heaviness with this قاف. قي. So this قاف followed by this ya, which is empty, and the vowel before it, it's kasra. So we have here natural extension for 2 counts. This qa, it's gonna be stretched for 2 counts. So it's gonna be قي, okay? ويقيموا. This meme also, it's gonna be stretched for 2 counts. It's followed by this wow. It's an extension letter. So you have here natural extension for 2 counts. ويقيمون الصلاة. Move from noon to صاد. Why? Why you will move from noon to صاد? Because the connected extension, you will drop it, right? And this is لام شمسية. This lam, it's lam shamsiya, or you can say it's sooner lam. So it's empty, and the letter after this lam, it has shadda, okay? So this lam, it's written but not pronounced. So that's why you will move here from this noon with fathana to this صاد with shadda. So this صاد has shadda. You will pronounce it with a holded way. Why? Because it's a doubled صاد with this shadda. The first صاد, it's صاد with original sukun, and the second, it's صاد with fatha. So let's move from noon with fatha to the صاد with sukun. ويقيمون الصلاة, like this. So you will hold the first صاد with sukun. After this, you will add to this صاد the صاد with fatha. ويقيمون الصلاة. And this صاد has fatha above it. So we have here the second level of heaviness for this صاد. Okay? الصلاة. لا, take care. This lam, it's a light letter, so don't pronounce this lam with a heavy sound according to this صاد. Take care of this. الصلاة. What about this wow? You will not read this wow. Do you know why? This wow, it's like a chair carrying this small alif above it. Okay, so this wow, you will not read it here. So move from this lam to this alif khinjariya. This small alif, it's alif khinjariya. It's an extension letter, okay? So what does it mean? You will stretch here this lam for 2 counts. So you have here again natural extension for 2 counts. الصلاة. If you want to stop reading here, so remember, Arabic language doesn't stop on a vowel. So what will you do? You will remove this fatha and you will give this ta a sukun, temporary sukun, and you will erase these 2 dots. So it's gonna be ha without dots, without a vowel. You will give it a temporary sukun, so you will whisper it. Why? This ha, it's a letter from the whispered letters. فحثه شخص سكت. So it's gonna be الصلاة. So I will ask myself a question. I will stop reading here, right? So do I have here any extension letter or lean letter before this ta? This ta, it's the last letter here. Yeah, we have here this small alif. This alif khinjariya, it's an extension letter. So how can I stop here? I will perform the temporary extension or al-mad al-arid للسكون. So this alif becomes 2 or 4 or 6 counts, and this ta becomes ha without vowels, without dots. So I will whisper it. So now I will stretch this alif for 4 counts. ويقيمون الصلاة. ويقيمون الصلاة. Right? So this is the sound with this ha in case of whispering. But take care. If you want to continue reading, so take care of this. This alif, this is small alif, it will be two counts again. Okay? So it's gonna be natural extension again. And this ha becomes ta again with two dots and this vowel. Okay? ويقيمون الصلاة ومما. So you have here this, the first meme, it's voweled meme with kasra. The second meme, we have here shadda above it. So what does it mean? This meme, it's a letter for Ghunnah in Quran. This Ghunnah, it's a nasal sound emitted from the nasal cavity, okay? So this Ghunnah means nasalization. So once you have noon or meme with shadda, what does it mean? You will give them the longest duration for Ghunnah. So they have the most complete Ghunnah. So you will pronounce here this meme with the longest duration for Ghunnah like this. وَمِمَّا وَمِمَّا. So don't pronounce this meme quickly, okay? Why? Because it has shadda above it. You will give it the longest duration for Ghunnah. And this alif, it's an extension letter. So what does it mean? You will stretch here this meme for two counts. Okay, so you have here مد طبيعي, or you can say it's natural extension. وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ را. This ra has fatha above it. So what does it mean? It means that you have here a heavy ra. Ra. Once you have ra vowed with fatha or dhamma, so it's gonna be heavy ra. رَزَا رَزَقَ رَزَقَ. What about this qaf? This qaf, it's one from قطب جد. These are the 5 letters for bouncing or qalqala. So you have now qaf has original sukoon in the middle of the word. This is this is the small qalqala, or you can say it's qalqala sughra. So you can have this small qalqala once you have any letter from قطب جد coming in the middle of the word with original sukoon. So you will bounce it as a small qalqala. رزق رزق. Okay? رزقنا na. So this na, this noon followed by this small alif, which is alif kanjariya. What does it mean? You will stretch here this noon for two counts. So you have here natural extension, or you can say it's مد طبيعي. ناهم. Hum. Round your lips with this ha. Why? To get this dhamma. Hum. And this meme has original sukoon above it. So you have now a rule from meme sakina, which tells you that you have here oral clarity or إظهار شفوي. So what does it mean? You will close your lips completely 100% while you're pronouncing this meme, because it's إظهار meme. You will pronounce it clearly, right? What else? This meme has this original sukoon above it, so it's incomplete غنة. So don't pronounce this meme here like this. رزقناهم. No, this is incorrect. So don't make this sound for this meme. So it's gonna be like this. رزقناهم ينفقون. Move from this meme quickly. Why? To keep the غنة here as incomplete غنة just, okay? ينفقون. So you have here this yeah, vowel with dhamma. So you will round your lips to get this dhamma. What else? This yeah followed by this empty noon. So you have this figure of this noon sakina, which is empty, followed by fa. So what does it mean? You have here true hiding or إخفاء حقيقي. True hiding or إخفاء حقيقي. So what will you do? There is no any sound for this noon sakina here, but it's light غنة. It will be exist with you. Okay? Why I said we have here a light غنة? The غنة here, it will be light or heavy according to the letter that will come after this noon sakina or tanween. Okay? So according to this fa, we have here a light غنة. Why? Because this fa, it's a light letter. ينفي. So after getting the light غنة from the nasal cavity, your tongue in the middle of your mouth between your teeth, okay, like this. ينفي. ينفي. Got it? ينفقون. So I didn't pronounce any sound for this noon sakina. Take care. This is hiding. So once you have hiding or true hiding, so you will not pronounce any sound for the noon sakina, but you will have its ghunnah. Okay? قو. So you have here this qaf, which is heavy letter, and this qaf here voweled with dhamma. So we have here the third level of heaviness for this qaf. And this qaf, it's gonna be stretched for two counts. Why? It's followed by this extension letter, which is wow. This wow, it's an extension letter. So you will stretch here this qaf for two counts. This means that you have here natural extension or مد طبيعي. So this is the end of the verse. So I will stop reading. I will ask myself the same question. Do I have here any extension letter or lean letter before the last? Yeah, I have here this wow. This wow, it's what? It's an extension letter, right? Why? Because it's empty above it and the vowel before it, it's dhamma. This dhamma, it's relatable for this wow. So what will you do? You will stop with performing the temporary extension or المد العارض للسكون. Take care. This type of extension, you will use it or perform it in case of stopping reading only, okay? So this way, you will stretch it for 2 or 4 or 6 counts. What about this noon? Take care. And remember, Arabic language doesn't stop on a vowel. So you will remove this fatha and you will give here this noon instead of this fatha temporary sukun. So this noon, take care, it's a letter from moderate letters لن عمر. So you will give it زمن التوسط. What is the meaning of زمن التوسط? It's a little bit time to make its voice more clear, like this. ينفقون. Did you hear the sound here for this noon in case of stopping reading? Again. ينفقون. So we have finished from the third verse from Surah Al-Baqarah. Let's read it again slowly. الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة. I stopped reading here with performing the temporary extension, and this ta becomes ha, so I whispered it. But if I want to continue reading, so this alif becomes natural extension for 2 counts again, and this ta becomes, and this ha becomes ta again, okay? ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون. صدق الله العظيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.